Welcome in, everyone. Hello. Welcome, everyone, to the +10 Dexterity Favorites Awards. Hi. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a minute. Well, I've been hard at work getting everything set up for this. I'm going to pause the music now. Hi. Welcome in. So, I don't really know how this is gonna go. Either it goes great and I love it, or it goes horribly and we all hate it. But I don't know. I don't know. I've been hard at work for the past like 2.5, 3 weeks to get everything set up. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for this. But yes, I will also note that initially, I did actually have a script prepped for this, but upon review, literally today, I was like, this sucks. So I was like, no. I was like, let's not do it. So I don't have a script. So we're going to be freestyling literally everything. So maybe that makes it better, maybe that makes it worse. I don't know. I guess before we get started, allow me to just briefly explain how this event is going to go. There are 12 categories that we will be going through today. Each of those categories has 4 nominees, all selected by myself. This is the +10 Dexterity Favorites Awards. This is about my favorites. So, 12 categories, 4 nominees in each. One will win. There will be no follow-up awards. You know how award shows work. Everybody's doing them nowadays. They're all the craziest, newest rage. But yes. Yeah. I think that's really it. This award show is probably only going to last like an hour tops. I can't see it lasting much longer than that. There's not really too much else besides the awards. Each of the awards will be, or I should say the categories, will be broken up into like 4 groups, right? Or sorry, not 4 groups, 3 groups of 4. There will be a short break in between each group. Just like a small little 3-minute break before we introduce the next group. And then at the end, after the final award is presented, we will end the award show. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Not too much crazy stuff going on. I feel like it's a little too quiet. I feel like I do need like some amount of background music, but I don't know. I don't have anything like dramatic prepared. That's the one thing I didn't prep was music. I don't know. Oh well, what can you do? What can you do? Hey, we don't need music. Music is for actual professional award shows, and we are not that. But I guess with that, with all of the night's events being explained, we should get started with our very first award. So, allow me to get my notes here in order. Our first award of the night is for Favorite Silly. Now, if you're fortunate enough to not be friends with me on Discord, this probably doesn't make a ton of sense, but allow me to explain. When I watch videos or TV shows or whatever, often I will see somebody making a silly face, whether I pause at the right time or just accidentally stumble across it. I will see somebody make a silly face, and I will screenshot it, and I will send it to literally everybody on my Discord's friend list. Everybody on my Discord friends list will get that picture. There were some people I missed that has since been corrected. Now when there is a funny face, everybody knows about it. So, introducing our nominees for the Favorite Silly Award. The very first nominee of the night is Mood On Jump Scare. Our next nominee is Skyrim Horror. The third one is simply called Whatever This Is. And the fourth is Jedi Survivor Bar Guy, one I actually took on stream earlier this year. With all the nominees introduced, the winner is... Drum roll, please. I don't have that prepped, but just imagine it in your mind. It's... Skyrim Horror! Congratulations! Congratulations, Skyrim Horror! This face has haunted my dreams and many of my friends' dreams for the past few months. Let's go. Congratulations, Skyrim Horror. I have sent this a lot to a lot of different people, and I think a lot of people are very tired of it. I used to just spoiler tag it when I sent it to them so they would get like jump scared, but I stopped doing that because they expected it. That is the first award of the night. Congratulations to our favorite silly winner, Skyrim Horror. You were taking home one of these very nice medals here I have on my podium. Look, it's right there. I used it on branding for everything for this event. But anyway, congratulations to our favorite silly. Well, my favorite silly. I will never get tired of you until I do. Our next award is the Favorite State Award. Now, I will say, I don't really know how to introduce this award at all. It was kind of just a bit that went a little too far. And with that said, the nominees for the Favorite State Award are Illinois, a United State; Plasma, a state of matter; Confusion, a state of being, in my particular state of being; and Abraham Lincoln's 1862 State of the Union Address, which is a State of the Union. And the winner of the Favorite State Award is Plasma. Congratulations, Plasma! I don't really know why you won, but maybe that's Confusion's job to know. I see that some people in the audience are not happy about this result. Please stop throwing popcorn at the stage. You will be escorted out by security. This award was a very interesting one to come up with nominees for. This one was a very interesting one to come up with nominees for. It was not difficult. In fact, it was very easy. And initially, there were like 16 different nominees for the award. But we did manage to narrow it down to 4. I guess that's it. I guess that's the end of that sentence. Favorite State was a good award. It was a very good award. Okay, moving on to the next award. Now, this year... Oh, whoops. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw anything. Professional. This year, I don't know about you guys, but for me, there have been a lot of cute animals this year. Some might call them little guys. I am one of them. It was very difficult to come up with or not difficult. It was way too easy to come up with nominees for the Favorite Little Guy Award, which is our next award. And it was like Favorite State. It took a long time to trim down. Favorite Little Guy nominees were not finalized until literally the day that I posted the promo on Bluesky. That's how long it took. This was like this was like 2.5 weeks of debate. But we did finally manage to narrow it down. So, now introducing our nominees for Favorite Little Guy Award. Our very first one being Cooper the Sphinx Cat. Our next nominee is Jeff the Land Shark. Our next nominee is a Screaming Fox. And our final nominee, a fan favorite, but unfortunately fan votes do not count, is Snom. 4 very good nominees. You might see some up here that you like. You might see some up here that you dislike, especially if you've played Marvel Rivals in the past 24 hours. But regardless, these are the +10 Dexterity Favorites Awards, and my favorite little guy of 2024 is Snom. Congratulations, Snom! Congratulations! Snom is taking home yet another trophy, as he does every year. He is my perpetual favorite little guy. This is also a good... What is my cat doing? What are you doing? Stop. Stop interrupting. I'm trying to be professional. He's just running around. Anyway, excuse me. This is also a good time to mention that I didn't put friends in any of these categories because it's hard to judge my friends. No, it's not. But it's rude to judge my friends. But yes, there are no friends in this award. The Yelling Fox is Kisa. I don't know what else to tell you. Well, you're not entirely wrong. But unfortunately, my favorite little guy of the year is Snom. He's just, look at him. Look at him. Look at his cute little face. And then he like evolves into what, like Vizimoth or something like that? I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Snom evolutions. All I pay attention to is Snom because he's my favorite. Congratulations once again, Snom. Okay, that's enough of that. Our final award of the first group. How do I introduce this one? There's a lot of things I love in this award show. There's a lot of things I loved in 2024. But one thing I love above all, if you know me personally, you know this for sure, is that I love the hate. So, with that being said, introducing our next award and its nominees, the Favorite Game I Love to Hate Award. Now, this one was another fierce competition between the 4 nominees, but in the end, only one can reign supreme. Our first nominee of the Favorite Game I Love to Hate Award is Apex Legends, followed by Destiny 2. Next is Overwatch 2. And finally, Titanfall 2. 4 games I have extensive history with that I would prefer not to dredge up. But the winner of the Favorite Game I Love to Hate Award is, I think, surprising to no one, it's Apex Legends. Congratulations, Apex Legends. You're the game I love to hate the most. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you, Apex Legends. Fuck you. I'm holding up double middle fingers. Fuck you. This game is a piece of shit. This game is genuinely... it came from the depths of hell to ruin my life, and it very nearly did. But, alas, love is stronger than hate, which is why there's only 1 award in this show dedicated to hate and 11 dedicated to love. But we are going to take a very short, very, very short break of only about 3 minutes. I'm not going to play an ad, but we are going to take a very quick break. And during that time, I'm going to see if I can just get some low background music going. So, give me 1 minute. Actually, 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Alright, sorry about that. But we do now have a little bit of background music. I think it should be quiet enough. Still loud enough to be heard, but quiet enough to just be a little bit of background noise to fill some of the silencing gaps. But anyway, so we have gone through 4 awards. We do still have 8 more awards to do. And these next awards, these next 4, are for the content that I've enjoyed most over the past year. Now, I've really tried to watch a lot of content this year. Instead of just reading about it or hearing about it from other people, I really tried to experience a lot of it myself. Including TTRPG web series, which is something that I've enjoyed very much for a long time, but unfortunately have not followed too closely over the past couple years. That changed this year. I'm proud to announce that one of the categories is favorite TTRPG web series. I've actually watched 4, surprisingly. Actually, no, I watched 5 this year. I did. I forgot about one. I don't think it would have changed the results. No, it wouldn't have. Okay, anyway. So, our 4 nominees for favorite TTRPG web series. First things first. Allow me to get back to where we were. There we go. I apologize. Our 4 nominees for the favorite TTRPG web series award. First up is Critical Role Campaign 2. Next up is Exandria Unlimited Calamity, also in the same universe as the rest of Critical Role. But this one took place significantly in the past, and it was good to see a lot of the lore that was involved with Campaign 2. That was very cool. However, in a different space of, well, kind of related space of the TTRPG web series world, there was our next nominee, Mintopolis. This was over on Dimension 20, GM'd by Brennan Lee Mulligan, as was Calamity. Even though that was in the Critical Role universe. Isn't that interesting? It was a mix-up. It was a collab. And our final nominee is Never Stop Blowing Up. These are your 4 nominees for the favorite TTRPG web series award. But while these are all fantastic web series, and I do love each and every single one of them very dearly, there can only be one winner, unfortunately. And that winner is Never Stop Blowing Up. Congratulations. Congratulations, Never Stop Blowing Up. This series was batshit insane, and there's not a better way to put it. Yes, and taken to the furthest extreme possible. If you want to watch a series where you can just turn your brain off and just go with whatever, this is that series. I highly recommend it. So congratulations once again to Never Stop Blowing Up. An award well deserved. But yes, our next award. Now, one thing that I've always listened to, no matter what time period I've been going through in my life, no matter how things are going, I've always listened to music. Music is a universal constant for me, and I imagine it is for a lot of people. So this was another award that was incredibly difficult to pick out nominees for. It is the Favorite Song Award, and we do have 4 very, very strong contenders, each for their own unique reasons. Our first nominee for the Favorite Song Award is Going, Going, Gone by Will Stetson. Next up is Hot Shit by Tom Cardy, followed by Nidone by Creepy Nuts. And last but certainly not least, Tied by Mori Calliope and I. 4 very, very strong nominees, each fitting a different vibe as I noticed the other night. But still, 4 very, very good songs. And if you haven't listened to any of these, I do recommend that you do go listen to them after the award show. They're all very, very wonderful in their own ways. However, as with all of these awards, there can only be one winner. And that winner is Going, Going, Gone by Will Stetson. Congratulations, Will! And congratulations to the Honkai Star Rail fandom. You got a pretty good song, amongst actually like a few pretty good songs in their yearly... they have like a yearly Hoyoverse like festival where they just get a bunch of creators to make awesome stuff for their games. And honestly, much like Arcane, it's been very, very tempting for me to get into Genshin or Honkai Star Rail or what's the other one? Zenless Zone Zero. But fortunately, my willpower has remained strong. But yes, 4 very strong contenders. I do recommend you go listen to all of the nominees. You should check out all of the nominees in general for this. For this entire award show. Even Illinois. I know that might scare some of you. For the favorite state award, Illinois was a nominee. And that might be terrifying to some of you. The reason why I chose it is because Illinois is difficult to spell and it's a funny word. But anyway, continuing on, we next have, my God, I'm noticing now how strong of like nominees these awards have. Like I'm saying every single nominee for every single award is very strong. And I think that's fair when you see our next nominees for the Favorite Show Award. Our very first one nominated for its visual style, scoring, and storytelling. It's Arcane. No surprise there. But did you expect? Nominated for its visual style and its storytelling, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. You probably also expected that one. But did you expect? Nominated for its action and character design, as well as its dedication to breaking tropes, it's Kaiju number 8. And last but certainly not least on this list, nominated for its character design, storytelling, and positive message, it's The Owl House. Now, some of these you might have heard of, some of these you might not have. But each and every single one deserves to be within this category. Unfortunately, as with all of these awards, there can only be one. Arcane is incredible. I was talking about it with a friend earlier today. Frieren is insane. It's amazing. Kaiju number 8, I love it. The Owl House, absolutely fantastic. So, with all that said, the winner of the Favorite Show Award is The Owl House. Congratulations! Congratulations to The Owl House. A very, very, very well-deserved win. I did mention it before that The Owl House is amongst my favorite show. I've talked about it on stream. It's one of my favorite shows. It sits up there with Gravity Falls and She-Ra for me. I think I actually talked about show rankings on stream before. And like this, I said this was like second place. So if you were there for that stream and you remember that, then you probably saw this winner coming. But Arcane is fantastic, and so is Frieren, and so is Kaiju number 8. Please go watch all of them. And if you don't, I'll beat you up. Metaphorically. Not physically. That would be illegal. And I don't break laws. Metaphysically. I will metaphysically beat you up. Anyway. We do have one final category in this group. And this was a very, very debated one. Because everyone I showed this award to and the nominees to had a different answer. It was dead even amongst everybody I showed this to, which is very, very interesting. So, let's introduce our nominees for the favorite game category. Game number 1, a game about playing poker, but not quite. It's Balatro. A game about fishing, but not quite. It's Dredge. A game about lying, but not quite. It's Lies of P. And a game about bartending, but not quite. It's Valhalla. Now, I've played all of these games on stream, with the exception of Valhalla. Because Valhalla, I initially played in 2018, I want to say. And I dropped it at that point because I didn't feel I was ready to handle what the game was saying. But I picked it up earlier this year. And I gotta say, it's fantastic. But is that enough for it to beat out Balatro, which checks all my boxes for a favorite roguelike? Dredge, which checks all my boxes for a horror game. Lies of P, which checks all my boxes for a Souls-like. Well, there's only one way to find out. The winner for the favorite game award is Lies of P. Congratulations, Lies of P. Absolutely phenomenal game, and a very, very good game to get me hooked on Souls-likes. This might come as a surprise to some people, though, so allow me to explain. The winner for this award, up until 2 days ago, was Dredge. But I went back and I replayed a little bit of Lies of P and I replayed a little bit of Dredge. And I came to my decision that Lies of P was just checking all of my boxes a little bit more than Dredge was. It's so satisfying to get good at Lies of P. Dredge is a game that is very fun and very relaxing and very calming, but it's not quite as satisfying as Lies of P. And that's the difference that got made. Lies of P is a fantastic game and a very, very fun Souls-like if you are new to Souls-like I am. So, that is the favorite game award. A very, very hard-fought battle. And some other notes about some of the other nominees for the favorite game award, actually. Balatro. The reason I did not go with that, even though I did consider it for a long time, is just because I've played a lot of roguelites and I'm getting a little tired of them, which I know is like blasphemous for me to say, for me of all people to say. But I was getting a little tired of roguelites this year. And Valhalla, I'm going to be honest, the only reason it wasn't my favorite game of 2024 is because I have not yet finished it. I knew it was good enough for me to make it a nominee, but it wasn't, but I'm taking my time with it. So because I didn't finish it, I could not, in good conscience, make it my favorite game of 2024. So, with that being said, we are going to take another small 3-minute break. This one I will actually play an ad for, and then we will come back and we will announce the final 4 awards. So, I will see you very, very soon. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So, give me one moment to jump ahead because I mean it reset. There's nothing I could do. Actually, there is something I could do, but it's already too late and it doesn't matter. You know, I knew planning this ahead of time that it was going to be extraordinarily janky. Like, while I was making all these nice detailed graphics that I was very happy with, I knew just something spoke, a little voice spoke in my head, and it was like, hey, this is still going to be janky as hell. I was like, yeah, but it's going to be fun. And it has been pretty fun. It has been pretty fun. But anyway, these next awards are dedicated entirely to those behind the content that I've enjoyed over the past year. As I mentioned prior, I've consumed a lot of content this year, which I'm very, very proud of. It's a bit of a change of pace, but I wanted to celebrate the people who make that content. That's what these awards are for. Starting with the favorite niche Bluesky account award. Probably one of the strangest awards we have on here, up there with favorite silly for sure, but hear me out with my nominees. Our very first nominee is a menswear expert with a sharp tongue. It is Derek Guy. You might know him from tearing apart all of your favorite, how would you describe them? Influencers? Influencers is, I guess, the most apt word. He tears apart influencers who dress poorly on social media, and it's very funny. And I also learned a lot about menswear, even though that was just an unexpected byproduct. But what can you do? Our next nominee, the creator of the Eberron fantasy setting, who continues to expand it near daily, and I do mean near daily, it's Keith Baker. Eberron is a favorite campaign setting of mine for D&D. Just want to mention that real fast. So finding out that even all these years later, the guy's still working on it, that's great. That's awesome. I love that. Our next nominee is a professional shitposter and also the game developer behind Buckshot Roulette. It's Mike Klubnica. And last but not least, a game designer and an artist who creates existential pixel art. It's Postmodern Ouroboros. It's kind of interesting looking at all these nominees because, like, these are all nominees that I've actually fully, for the entire award show, fully discovered this year. But these are kind of the strangest because it's not in a, how do I put this? It's not in a specific manufactured setting like YouTube might be, or Twitch can be, or like in the form of a show or in the form of a game. It's not, this is, for a lot of these things, it's a very raw sort of experience. And I think all of these nominees exemplify that very well. But the winner exemplifies it the most. And that winner is Postmodern Ouroboros. Congratulations! The feelings I feel when looking at this person's pixel art, it is such a raw, primal sort of emotion that I cannot even describe it. If you haven't checked out their work, I do highly recommend it because it is really, really interesting to take a deep dive into some of these pieces and just analyze every little detail. I highly recommend it. But for some of them, you might have to be in the correct emotional state. Just a warning. That's my warning. But 4 very good nominees who I learned actually a lot from each of them. Keith Baker, a lot of his lessons in game design I took to heart while designing my own TTRPG, which was a lot of fun. Mike Klubnica also taught me that I can have fun with it. If you've seen any of his shitpost of Buckshot Roulette, he's the guy who made 1,000 live rounds, 0 blanks, God help us all. Derek Guy taught me how to dress better, which is something I didn't realize I was missing out on before, but now I have a moderately competent fashion sense, I dare to say. Pretty proud of that. Of course, postmodern Ouroboros, excuse me. It's a difficult word for me to say. Their art's just fucking cool. Their art's so cool, and also showed me a lot about art composition. It's not just cool. For me, it was also educational. I'm a nerd. But yes, go check all of them out if you haven't. I do highly recommend it. I will continue to say that for every single award and every single nominee from this point on, just so you're aware. Including our nominees for the next award, which is the Favorite Music Artist Award. Again, I've listened to a lot of music, and I'm very happy that this year I've expanded my horizons significantly, and I've listened to some genres that I probably wouldn't have listened to otherwise. But our first nominee is an American pop band founded by 3 brothers. It's AJR, who I know everybody discovered and got over in 2015, 2017. I discovered them this year, and gotta say, they're still making bangers. So I don't... Whatever, man. Our next nominee, an American artist and musician fluent in a variety of genres, but most not commonly known for their jazz and funk. And also, as a side note, from my home city, which is pretty cool. It's Louis Zong. Our next nominee is a Japanese J-pop singer and songwriter. No surprise there that I like that, but it is Natori. And last but not least, an Australian comedian and pop musician. It's Tom Cardy. These are your nominees. We all know Tom Cardy. We all know AJR. But hopefully, if you haven't heard about them before, you check out Louis Zong, Natori, AJR, Tom Cardy. They're all pretty good. But is pretty good enough to make it to my favorite of 2024? Well, let's find out. The winner of Favorite Music Artist is Tom Cardy. Congratulations, Tom! Making absolute bangers. One of your songs, Hot Shit, was one of my favorites of the year. It was a nominee for the Favorite Song Award. And you didn't win that, unfortunately, but you did win Favorite Music Artist. Congratulations, Tom. Tom is a music artist I started listening to way back when. I don't remember what the first song of his I heard was. It was one of the meme ones. Might have been the one about the crazy girlfriend. Either way, this year I started listening to his music a lot more, and Hot Shit came out and blew me away instantly. I got hooked on that song for a solid 2 weeks. And unfortunately, he did not win Favorite Song, but he did win Favorite Music Artist. Just banger after banger. Natori I only discovered recently. Within the past 3 months, I think. For me, he was a recent discovery. But his music is very, very reminiscent of classic 2017, 2019 Eve music. Which is very nice. Which is awesome. Because Eve, if you don't know, Eve is my favorite music artist probably of all time. Was a song that has... Yes, it was. Yes. Eve is banger music. Eve is banger music. Eve is my favorite music artist of all time. Flat out. It's close competition, but he's up there for sure. Louis Zong, I discovered him early this year, and I pretty much binged all of his music. I don't think I've ever binged music before, So that was very crazy. But his songs all just flow so well into one another that I can put on a playlist of his music and like I just vibe out. Such good vibe music. And AJR, absolutely love them to death. Honestly, they seem really cool. They seem really cool. Their music's really good. I don't listen to a lot of pop. This year has been like definitely a pop year for me. Between Tom Cardy and AJR. But also AJR does have like that unique sort of big band sound to it, which definitely separates them from a lot in my mind. I like how experimental their music tends to be. You know, experimental in the pop sense, not in like the true genre sense. You know? But 4 very strong nominees. Tom Cardy is your winner. Well, not your winner, but my winner. He's my winner. Maybe he's your winner. That's okay. That's okay if he's yours. I'm not hogging him. You can have him too. But yes, Tom Cardy was my favorite of 2024. Hot Shit really solidified it. I think even before that it would have been close, but Hot Shit solidified it. But we do still have 2 more awards of, once again, say it with me, very strong nominees. So, now introducing the Favorite Streamer Award. This one's pretty self-explanatory. It's my favorite streamer. Again, no friends allowed in these awards, otherwise it would not be fair. It would not be fair. And it would not be fun. One of these days, I'll do an award show dedicated to just my friends. And make my friends compete. I think it'd be funny. But anyway. The nominees for the Favorite Streamer Award. First up is Haruka Caribou, a Canadian variety VTuber and member of VShojo who's honestly just really chill. Okay, hang on. I need to address this before I continue the nominees. Dex doesn't like any of his friends' streams. Literally, if you look at my Twitch recap, 4 of my 5 most watched streams of the year are friends. It was, who was it? It was Tex, Ace, Vivi, Liar. I know it was /S, but listen, I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. I had to mention it. It was so funny. I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that checks out, but that's weird. Better win the Best Slime Award. Unfortunately, this year there is not a Best Slime Award, but you will be in the running for next year. Anyway, excuse me. Favorite Streamer Award nominees, Haruka Caribou. Our next nominee is Premier2, an American variety and IRL streamer and an amazing storyteller currently living in Japan. Also a frequent guest, well, not frequent, but a common guest on CDog VA streams, who I do watch a lot of. So that's very fun. Next up is a German variety streamer with a focus on art, vibes, and MMOs. It's Shenpai. And last but not least, an American variety VTuber, member of VShojo, and loud supporter of indie VTubers with enough models to rival Iron Mouse. It is, of course, Zentreya. These are the nominees for the Favorite Streamer Award. Now, this is where I have to admit a little bit of guilt. I don't watch any of these people live. I watch their VODs. I've been really big on watching VODs this year. And those are just recordings of raw streams. So favorite streamer as opposed to favorite YouTuber, because it wouldn't make sense the other way around. But of course, there can only be one. And the winner of the Favorite Streamer Award is Shenpai. Congratulations! Congratulations, Shenpai. Very well deserved. What solidified her victory for me is when I was sick earlier this year and I was stuck in bed literally for like 3 days straight, and my life was nothing but pain and misery, and everybody wanted to be my enemy. I watched 2 people the most. I watched a lot of Fur, and I watched a lot of Shenpai. I watched way more Shenpai than I watched Fur, which is why Fur was not on this list. But I fell in love with the vibes that Shenpai had in her streams. And honestly, not gonna lie, she's one of the biggest reasons that I actually got the PNG tuber. Because I saw her little guy and I was like, yeah, I want a little guy too. Very well deserved, I agree. Haruka, unfortunately, Haruka didn't stream a lot. I did watch her a lot early in the year. And I also watched a lot of her VODs early in the year. But she didn't stream a ton this year. So I wanted to make her a nominee just because I felt that she deserved recognition. And she is one of my favorites of the year. But I felt that similarly to the Valhalla situation, she didn't stream enough for me to make her my favorite, you know? Premiere 2, absolutely love his streams. Super, super vibey. Super interesting. Pete is an amazing storyteller. But I don't know. Shenpai just, the vibes were perfect. The content was interesting. I'm not like a huge MMO fan, but she made it interesting to watch. And I think that always like scores bonus points for me. When whatever like a content creator is doing makes me interested in it. Even if I'm not interested in like the source material by itself, you know? And of course, Centrea, absolutely loves Centrea bits, but I don't know. Again, Shenpai just nailed the vibes and made me interested in MMOs, which I'm not a fan of. But again, all these nominees are absolutely fantastic, and you should check out each and every single one. Now, we do have one last award. This was the most hotly contested award, and the hardest for me to actually pick a winner on. We have 4 nominees, as with all the other awards, and each and every single one of them does something different. And each and every single one of them, as I mentioned with Shenpai, their content makes me interested in something I otherwise do not care about. And again, a lot of these are based on vibes. So with that said, introducing the nominees for the Favorite YouTuber Award. Our very first one is a British gaming YouTuber with a focus on Marvel Rivals, formerly Apex Legends, formerly Overwatch. It's That Punch Kid. Next up is an American video essayist and now writer who analyzes video games and their impact on culture. It's Jacob Geller. Next up is an American gaming YouTuber who dissects video game environments and behaviors. It's Annie Austin. And our last nominee of the night, but certainly not the least, an American gaming YouTuber with a focus on speed runs and challenge runs of Pokemon games. It's Point Crow. These are your nominees for the Favorite YouTuber Award. Now, before I announce the winner, I do want to talk about each of these just a little bit. I don't need to be so dramatic. I apologize. So, starting with That Punch Kid, I watch Punch literally every single day because he uploads on his highlights channel every single day. Oh, did my tracking give out? It did. But he uploads on his highlights channels every single day. So I watch his videos literally daily. Jacob Geller, whenever he uploads a new video essay, I will drop everything to watch it. I think this year I ended a stream early because I wanted to watch a Jacob Geller video. So that was a lot of fun. Annie Austin, gotta admit, I've never really cared about like the minutia of video games and all of that, but analyzing it is an interesting exercise in its own way. And I find that super, super fascinating because it makes me think about games in a way that I haven't thought about them before. And last but not least, Point Crow. Now, I have mentioned that I'm interested in doing challenge runs of Pokemon. In fact, I've done a challenge run of Pokemon where I did Pokemon Black 2 with only poison types, which was a lot of fun. But Point Crow takes the challenges to an extreme. If you don't know, I think it was literally yesterday, he completed one of the hardest Pokemon challenges known as Kaizo Ironmon, which I don't know the full rule set, but I know that you're only allowed to use one Pokemon throughout the entire run, and it has to beat every other Pokemon in a like souped up NPC version of Fire Red. And this challenge is so difficult that it took him 100 days and over, I want to say like 5,000 attempts. I could be exaggerating. It could be just be 2,000. It was a lot of attempts, well over 1,000. So, 4 nominees, each covering a different topic that I don't have like a super interest in about. I mentioned that Punch Kid used to play Apex Legends, which won the Game I Love to Hate the Most award. I hate Apex Legends, but I watched every single one of Punch's Apex vids. So what does that say about me? Anyway, enough of that. For the final time, the winner of this award is Jacob Geller. Congratulations, Jacob Geller. A very well-deserved award, I do think. Jacob Geller, his videos are awesome. And you should go check him out. Just go check out all the nominees. I have them all on Bluesky. There's like a list. You should go see them. Which reminds me, if you follow me on Bluesky, I'm sorry, because I'm going to be posting all of the winners in one big thread after the stream is over. So, I apologize. I apologize for that. Favorite YouTuber was a difficult award to choose a winner for, I think. Because one of the creators that I watched during the time I was sick was Point Crow. I watched a lot of his playthrough videos. He has like a new channel dedicated entirely to playthroughs. And I watched his Shadow of the Colossus playthrough. And I started watching his Wind Waker playthrough. And it was awesome. It was just a really, really good time. And for a brief couple of moments, I could escape the pain that I was experiencing. But again, discovered him pretty late in the year, so I felt it wouldn't be fair. But I did think he deserved the nomination. That Punch Kid was, I think, the one that I expected to be the winner because, again, I do watch his videos every single day. But I don't know. I just didn't feel it. Because most of the time, right, when I was like watching the Apex Legends videos, I kind of just felt bad because I don't enjoy Apex, but I enjoy Punch. So it was very conflicting. So it was like, I don't know. Annie Austin videos were very interesting about a subject matter that I don't normally delve into. But it didn't have that little like spice moment. Jacob Geller did. I would leave Jacob Geller videos feeling overall pretty positive. Feeling like I understood the video games, one of the mediums that I enjoy the most. Just a little bit deeper and a little bit better. And also, as always with video essayists, you watch one video and you walk away feeling smarter. Which is a positive. It's like, oh, I might be a genius now. You're not, and nothing's changed, but it feels like it has. But yes, that is the show. That's all I have for you tonight. That is 12 awards of my favorite things I've enjoyed throughout the year. I did mention at the start of the show that I had a script, but I tossed it away because I felt it wasn't good and I wanted it to be a little bit more natural. Even if that includes my awkward pauses and my awkward wording, it's good for me to have to think on my feet. And that's something I enjoy as well. One of my favorite things of this year, even though I haven't streamed a ton, is streaming. You know, it's a good exercise in me being social, which is something I struggle with. It's a good exercise in expressing my thoughts verbally, which is also something I struggle with. And it's reason for me to get out of my comfort zone and experience a lot of things that I otherwise wouldn't. There's been games that I've played, like in the 2 years I've been streaming as a VTuber, that I probably would not have played if I wasn't streaming. Like Dredge. I probably legitimately would not have played Dredge if I wasn't streaming. And I'm happy that I did, because it was a nominee for favorite game. And it is one of my favorite games. Lies of P I entirely only played because I was streaming. And that was my favorite game of 2024. Even though it didn't come out in 2024. But I played it in 2024. You know? So, it's one of those things. And I guess to sort of wrap this all up with I don't want to say a neat bow, kind of like a messy bow, but you can tell that they put a little bit of effort into it. To wrap it up with a bow. I do hope that you had fun with the award show. This was very stressful for me to set up, very stressful for me to do, but it was a lot of fun. And I always love coming up with excuses to celebrate my favorite things that I enjoy in a fun, constructive way. And this is no exception. This was great. But I will admit, there were flaws with this award show. You might have noticed them. I definitely noticed them. So I want you guys to do your own, if you want. I'm not forcing you. But I know that there's a lot of streamers watching me right now. A lot of my friends are streamers. A lot of them are watching me. Do your own award show. Celebrate your own favorites. You disagree with something I voted as my favorite? Celebrate your own. And even if you don't, celebrate your favorites anyway. Because this year, for myself and for a lot of other people, has been not a great year. So to take the time to celebrate those little moments of happiness and joy, I think there's something to be said for that. So I hope that regardless of if you do your own favorites awards, which I hope you do, but if you don't, regardless of if you do or don't, I do hope that you stop and you just appreciate all the good that happened this year. Because it wasn't all bad. And that's how I'm going to end it. That's how I'm going to end the streamer awards. Not streamer awards. Sorry, this is not the streamer awards. Not associated with the streamer awards. Please do not sue me. This was the Plus 10 Dexterity Favorites Awards. Different show. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys had fun with it. But that's it for me. So let's see where I can send you guys. Where do you want to go? Where do you guys want to go? Anybody live right now? Shenpai's live right now. Do I send you? You know what? I'm going to send you guys to Shenpai. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone once more, and I'm going to raid somebody who's much larger than me, that I've never done before. I've never done that before. We're going to raid Shenpai because she won streamer. She won favorite streamer. All right. Well, I hope you guys had fun. It was a lot of fun for me. And I hope it was fun for you too. Oh, hang on. All right. Sorry about that. I have everything up. But thank you guys for being here. It means a lot. Really does. Hope you guys had fun. And I will see you guys later. Hopefully see you Monday, but I won't make any promises. If I don't see you Monday, then I'll see you probably sometime after Christmas. Yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you guys again for being here. Remember, celebrate your favorites. Bye.